announcement. I have really great news, and I come bearing gifts thanks to the goodness of many, many good people. I know that we had a bit of a rougher start the last year with some of our music components, and there's been a lot of reassessment. But at the same time, God has blessed us. There was a gracious gentleman by the name, in the class of 1950, named Arthur Perry, who has passed away, but bequeathed to us, to the school, with unrestricted funds, a significant amount of money, and I'm putting half of that towards the music program for the endowment. That it would go to actually be able to build our auditorium to be, but that's in our dreams, but one day we'll get there. But in the meantime, I hope you get to enjoy this beautiful Christmas concert. I've been most excited about it, and Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for your support of your students and your children and the music program and all things here at Rice. As Principal Loren said, my name is Stephen Parker, and I was here from '05 to '07 as the band guy, and been doing other things since. Actually doing a lot of different things since. I'm also the festival director for our district festival, for the All-State Music Festival, and the New England Music Festival, and because of that I've stayed connected to the music students across the state, and especially those here at Rice. And when Mr. Ginter told me that he was taking over for Sister Ann, who I had the pleasure of working with at our district festival, and said that he really wasn't a band guy, I said, well, let's see if I can fit that into my day. So I actually leave one job, come here, go to another job, and work the rest of the day. But I'm enjoying coming back to Rice. I've been here a couple of weeks. We're starting to learn a little bit about each other and how things work. As a small group, as you can see, we are a tiny band, and we have one of our members is en route to her holiday already, because this concert, of course, was scheduled a couple weeks ago. So we're going to do some recruiting, and we're going to ask Gabriel Thompson from Christ the King to be our sleigh bell player. Come on up there, Gabe. Now these students, it's difficult enough to play a band instrument in a group of 40 or 50 or 100. Still get exposed, as it were, when you're not up to snuff. These young people are basically all soloists, and I can't give them enough credit for all that they've been doing so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the year working with them as we expand and hopefully recruit some more students to join us as we expand the program. But we appreciate Gabe helping us out. We have one piece to play this evening, a Christmas medley. It includes 3 tunes. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, I'll be home for Christmas and home for the holidays. Gabriel Thompson. If you give us a moment, we'll turn into a jazz ensemble. We've taken a couple of different pieces here. We don't have a full jazz ensemble, as you can see, but we've got the core. We have a rhythm section. Dan on bass, Dallas on drums, and Ethan on piano. And we have 3 melodic instruments, but we've asked them to move from part to fill in some of the things. We're playing 2 pieces for you. One of them is actually a concert band piece that's a little jazzy, so Dallas is basically improvising his part on the drums to give it some background. And we wrote out a special part for Dan along the way because there isn't a string bass part to this. And the second number is more of a true jazz ensemble piece, and we'll have a little improvisation in that one as we should. The first one is White Christmas. One, three, 1, 2, 3, and. Rusty old cowbell. In 2017, you're probably surprised nobody that knows me that I'm still a Boy Scout. In 2017, I was honored to serve on the band staff for the National Jamboree in West Virginia for Boy Scouts, and we had a band of 73 kids from 29 different states. And after 3 days of rehearsal, because they'd never played together before, we played all over this camp that's 23 square miles, about the size of the town of Williston. We played 26 times in 10 days. Pretty busy, but 3 of those concerts were in the amphitheater where we played outdoors, but played concerts for 45,000 people. And I'm more nervous now than I was when I was 45,000 people. But I was the cowbell player. So I brought my cowbell out of retirement, and I'm going to help out the group as we play Jose Feliciano's Feliz Navidad, featuring an alto solo by David Lavoie. Here we go. Dale. Ginger, your turn.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming out this evening. Even though it's been a short time, it's really been a pleasure teaching all your children. We've only had a little time to get this concert together, but we're a small but mighty group. We're hoping to add some friends soon. I think a good goal is to make sure we need a couple more risers up there with some friends over here as well. One of the things we have in place to help grow this program is the newly formed format, Friends of Rice, Music, Arts, and Theater. There is a sign-up if you'd like to get on that list out there on that table back there. We would love to get as many people on that list and involved, helping out with all the different things we're trying to do here. We are really onwards and upwards, and we're really looking forward to the future. The first song we're going to sing is O Come, O Come Emmanuel, and Sister Christiana is going to be accompanying us. Cantate Domino, which just happens to be the audition piece for the All-State Music Festival, so the quartets should be pretty well prepared. It is composed by Giuseppe Ottavio Pittoni. As you can guess, he was an Italian. He was an organist and a composer, and he became one of the leading musicians in Rome during the late Baroque period, which was approximately the first half of the 18th century. So he was taken to Rome as an infant, and he began vocal studies at the age of 5. And sang in the choir of San Giovanni dei Fiorentini from the age of 8. By age 16, he was maestro di capella at Santa Maria Maggiore, Monterotondo, a historic church near Rome. In 1673, as maestro for the cathedral at Assisi, he began intensive study of the works of Palestrina, who who was a very famous composer of that time, possibly the most famous composer at that time, who was very famous for his works with polyphonic music. So this is one of his pieces that he wrote, that is one of his most well-known pieces. So hopefully we can do it justice. Here we go.
Cantate Domino, cantate, cantate, cantate Domino, canticum novum, lauseus in ecclesia sanctorum, in ecclesia sanctorum. Laetectur Israeli Deo, laetectur, laetectur in Deo, qui fecit Deum, et Filii Sion, et Filii Sion, exultet, exultet, exultent in Rege suo, exultent, exultent in Rege suo.
Get my notes back out here. I shouldn't have used a glue stick. So next up we have Panis Angelicus, a very well-known piece. Panis Angelicus, literal transition is bread of angels, or angelic bread. And it is one of the penultimate strophes of the hymn Sacris Solemnis, written by St. Thomas Aquinas for the Feast of Corpus Christi, as part of the complete liturgy of the feast, including prayers for the Mass and the liturgy of the hours. The strophe that begins with the words Panis Angelicus has often been set to music, separately from the rest of the hymn. Most famously in 1872 by César Franck, which we will be doing an arrangement of his original composition. And we have Ethan Bear accompanying us. very last piece, I hold near and dear to my heart. I have sang the Hallelujah chorus since I was in high school, and we had a tradition at my school. I was fortunate to go to a school that had a very strong music program, and at the end of our Christmas concert, we would ask anyone that has sung the Hallelujah chorus in previously sometime in their life, or maybe you just think you know it a little bit, to come on stage, stand next to your son or grandson or daughter, and sing it with them. So, if there's any brave souls out there, be brave, even if you think you know it a little bit. I would like to invite anyone is welcome to come on up and stand up with us. And
Come on,
sing with
Mr.
us.
Manning.
Come on up.
Come on.
Yeah, Lisa, Loren. Be brave, be brave. There's strength in numbers. All right. All right. There we go, there we go.
I think we should go up.
Come on up. Come up. There's no time.
There we go.
All right. That looks more like it. Taurus. You gotta really focus now. And we have Jessica Christian accompanying for the Hallelujah chorus. Here we go.
Hallelujah.
shall reign.